Hello, and welcome back to a podcast that I rarely do, called Ivy Speaks Quickly, which is a podcast where I speak quickly about things and stuff, and today we are talking about the second Gallifrey War Room box set titled Maneuvers, which is coming out September of 2023, this year, next month. I am so beyond excited for this box set, you guys, and today I thought I would just talk a little bit about it, talking about my predictions, things like that. So, this is me speaking quickly, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. So, the cover art is by Tom Newsom, and let me just say, it is gorgeous. Tom did the box set art for the last box set as well. That was also gorgeous, by the way. And it looks amazing. I'm so used to seeing, spacey type backgrounds on box sets, so the empty space really makes this cover stand out and it just pops so well. I absolutely love the outfits on Rasmus and Illustra, and Narvin's outfit as well. Leela, although she's not front and center, is the largest on the box set, which I also really like because this is sort of her era of Gallifrey, I would say. Overall, the cover is it's absolutely gorgeous. Tom's completely outdone himself, and great design. Love it, love it, love it. Can't wait to see it on my shelf. The general description of this box set reads, "The War Room coordinates the fight against the Daleks, but there is a battle for control. Rival Cardinals Rasmus and Illustra manipulate Leela, Becklin, and the General, seeking Rassilon's favor. And beyond Gallifrey, Narvin and the Resistance are making their own moves to stop the Time War." So, for starters, I feel like I'm Team Rasmus, and we should definitely make t-shirts. But on a more serious note, I am so excited to be getting back into Gallifrey's more interpersonal political core. And it sounds like with the whole manipulation aspect between, Rasmus and Illustra, we certainly might be getting more of that. Something that really interested me also, we've definitely seen Leela and the General get a little bit closer, and there's a sort of mutual respect and team forming there. And in this general description, Becklin is being sort of grouped with them. So I'm sort of wondering, in the midst of all this supposed manipulation, if Becklin is sort of going to warm up to the two of them as well, and it's going to become a little trio. With Rasmus and Illustra kind of being the opposing forces there. So I'm interested to see what Becklin gets up to in this box set and why she's sort of being paired with Leela and the General there. The first episode of this box set is titled Collaborators, and it's written by Catherine Armitage. The description reads, "Gallifrey and the Resistance are in a race to secure a vital alliance, but playing politics means secrets, lies, and betrayal. And Leela, caught in the middle, must try to rescue Honor from chaos." Firstly, I'd like to give a very wonderful, warm welcome to Catherine Armitage, who is writing for Gallifrey for the first time. So, as I said earlier, I'm very excited to see politics kind of being brought back into the mix, and specifically, I'm really interested and excited to see Leela play around in this world, perhaps more actively in this episode. And certainly it sounds like she's being torn because this alliance that they're speaking of would be important to the Resistance that she believes in and the Time Lords that she is essentially leashed to. The politics, especially in the past in Gallifrey, they've always felt more like Romana and Narvin's roles. And Leela sort of fights alongside the outcomes of the parts that they play. So seeing her in that world without them, sort of working technically against, but also for them, it just sounds so juicy, and I'm so excited to hear this first episode. The second episode of this box set is titled Remnants, and it's written by Georgia Cook. The description reads, "A distress call from a Gallifreyan outpost brings the General, Rasmus, and Becklin into contact with weapons of the Time War from both sides. Trapped, young Time Lord Cresta fights for her life against a relentless foe." So, with this episode, we're giving another very warm welcome to Georgia Cook. Welcome to the team. This sounds like a Leela light episode almost, and I think, although I love Leela, I'm excited because I feel like outside of the General, I haven't quite latched on to the other War Room members yet, so I'll definitely be following Rasmus and Becklin a lot here. We've also got a brand new Time Lord, so hello Cresta. I'm assuming she's the one who sends the distress signal, so very excited to meet her. I brought up earlier Veclin getting sort of lumped together with the General and Leela. So part of me wonders if in this episode something happens that maybe brings Veclin more against Erasmus, or alternatively if he's going to manipulate her, sort of more on his side in some way. I'm always excited to see, when we sort of see the horrors that the Time Lords are committing and creating in the Time War. This episode description mentions weapons from both sides. I kind of, in a horrible way, I like to see the Time Lords having to deal with the consequences of their own creations, even if, these characters specifically didn't create these weapons or distribute them. It's just really interesting and, a bit of a, taste of your own medicine moment. So in a sick, twisted way, I'm excited to see that aspect and what happens there. The third episode of this box set is titled Transference, and it's written by Theo Treadaway. The description reads, when a promising scientist is injured and his new technology stolen, Illustra sets Leela on the trail. Her hunt takes her outside the Citadel to Lowtown, where a shock awaits. Narvin has returned to Gallifrey, but in trying to help his kin, he risks more than he knows. Right off the bat, I'm going to say happy returns to Theo Treadaway, who wrote First Days of Phaidon in the first War Room box set. This time he's bringing us another episode with Narvin, which I'm beyond excited for. I literally adore Narvin, and I'm very happy to have him appear again. First Days of Phaidon was great, and Theo just has a really good grasp on Narvin and his relationship with Leela, so I trust them to bring us another really good story with them here. I'd say this one I'm looking the most forward to, not just because, Narvin and Leela are going to be in it, but because I feel like, I have some thoughts and predictions that are running through my head. Leela going to Lowtown, I'm looking forward to for starters. I love Leela interacting with and advocating for people who are sort of othered, either on or by Gallifrey. And of course she wanted to live with the outsiders before, so I'd imagine she's a bit more in her element here, sort of interacting with people who would live or find themselves in Lowtown. The line, Narvin risking more than he knows. I'm not very concerned about Narvin. We've had a lot of Narvin death fake-outs, and he's certainly been in his fair amount of explosions. Thirdly, I think Big Finish knows at this point that they can never get rid of him. So I'm not concerned about him in that aspect. This is where the prediction part comes in. When it comes to what he's risking specifically, I definitely think it's related to Leela. When they meet up in First Days of Phaidon, it's a coincidence, and the General knows that, and sort of, Leela is kind of safe there, like she gets a pass for running into him and sort of helping him. But if they were to meet up with each other a second time, or just in general more than once, and on Gallifrey itself, I think there's a point where plausible deniability is only so plausible, if that makes sense. I think there would be a lot of risk to Leela here, because if she's seen to be interacting with Narvin and the Resistance, by extension multiple times, that could certainly call into question her actions. If she's always pushing the boundaries of, what the War Room has, the box that they've placed her in, but that could certainly be like a red flag to them if she's seen interacting with Narvin multiple times. Certainly if she's seen helping him multiple times. I think there's going to be a lot of risk to Leela here, as well as Romana. And I don't think, obviously it's not intentional on Narvin's part, so I think that's the bit about risking more than he knows. I don't think he's certainly anticipating running into Leela in Lowtown, and yeah, I think that's what he's risking, and just in general, very excited for that episode, seeing Narvin again, seeing Narvin and Leela again, and Theo handling their interactions and relationship again. So, very excited for that one. The fourth and final episode of this box set is titled Ambition's Debt, and it is also written by Catherine Armitage. The description reads, tensions run high in the war room as the battle for control intensifies. A world has gone missing, the Daleks are too quiet, and something new lurks in the shadows. A dangerous plan is set in motion with the potential to change everything. This episode, I feel like I know the least about, which is, I mean, great for a finale, and definitely expected, so that's alright. It definitely sounds like this is where whatever is going on between Alyssa and Rasmus might reach a head. What I'm thinking of is Rasmus might pull something or do something in Remnants. Alyssa might pull something or do something in Transference, so they both sort of get their turn. And then this episode will wrap up with the consequences of whatever those things are. As for, something new lurks in the shadows, dangerous plan set in motion, that could be a million different things. And like I said, we won't know until we listen to it, so I'm not going to get too predictive there. I do wonder, if Narvin's on Gallifrey, that could certainly make it seem like the Resistance is getting a little too close again. And I don't know, maybe that dangerous plan could involve the Resistance, maybe it doesn't. Like I said, with this episode, I don't want to make too many predictions, so I think I'll just wait and see. In general, I am beyond excited for this box set. I have so many thoughts and different predictions, and I have been re-listening to the first War Room box set recently, and I think the more that I re-listen to it multiple times and, comb through everything, the more I just get more excited and interested in the second one. And I think that's, you always want to feel that way when a next installment is coming up, and Gallifrey War Room has been phenomenal so far. So I'm very excited. And now we are at the end of August when I'm recording this, and Big Finish does not, somebody just messaged me on Discord. So Big Finish does not give specific release dates. It just says that it's releasing in September. Me and my friends have a little bit of a bet going on when it's released. I don't know. I don't think we bet on anything specific. I think we just guessed, and we're going to see who's right. However, my birthday is September the 12th. Big Finish Productions, if anyone from Big Finish is listening to this, if you could cater the release of this box set to me specifically, that would be amazing. I'm joking, obviously, but I did say September the 12th is my predicted date. So I will, I'll just throw that out there and manifest that for myself. Whether or not it will actually happen is very doubtful. But I will at least put it out there. Either way, it's so weird thinking it's September already and that we're getting this box set already, but also so weird that it's been over a year since we got the last one. I'm gonna wrap this up now. That was just me going through some predictions and general thoughts. Again, cover art is gorgeous. The synopsis for the whole box set sounds amazing. But each episode sounds like it's going to be really interesting, and I think they've really, hit another stride here in the Gallifrey franchise, and I'm very excited. This has been me speaking quickly about Gallifrey War Room 2 maneuvers, and I will probably speak quickly about it. Well, no, I will not speak quickly about it when it actually comes out. I will probably be unstoppable, and you will never be able to shut me up about it. But today we are wrapping up, and I hope you're having a great day, night, whatever time it is for you. I hope you're staying safe, happy, and healthy, and goodbye.